New details tonight on federal hate crime charges being filed against the suspect, the gunman behind two separate shootings of Jewish men in front of synagogues this week.
Christy Fajardo is live in Pico-Robertson with details on the former dental student with a history of making anti-Semitic statements. Christy.
Yeah, Christine and Alex, according to charging documents, he made anti-Semitic threats against former classmates as recently as this past December. But Fox 11 has learned prior to that, last July, he was actually arrested on a felony charge and was out on bail when the two shootings occurred. Luckily, though, both victims survived. On the Sabbath in Pico-Robertson, a show of force and of solidarity.
I'd be at any church, any mosque, if the same thing transpired. Enough's enough.
Former military and police officer Rudy Schwartz now protects his synagogue, where one of the faithful was shot and wounded after leaving a service, allegedly by this man, Jaime Tran, who federal prosecutors say was targeting Jews.
Man, this stuff made me cry.
James Brown was so bothered by the two shootings outside two synagogues, he came up from Compton with this sign to counter that hatred.
As a black man that's been through this same thing before, my heart is for them. Same thing with the Asians.
The LAPD has increased patrols in the neighborhood. And new details are emerging about Tran, who prosecutors say was homeless and living in his car. Fox 11 has also learned the 28-year-old was out on $30,000 bond at the time of the shootings. This is his booking photo when he was charged back in July for allegedly taking a loaded Glock onto the campus of his alma mater, Cal State Long Beach. The DA's office saying in a statement, at the time of that filing, he had no previous criminal record and we were not made aware of any allegations of threats against the Jewish community.
Hate crimes will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Federal prosecutors who have charged Tran with hate crimes now say since that arrest, he made a series of anti-Semitic remarks, including this message in recent months to a former dental school classmate reading, "Someone is going to kill you, Jew. Someone is going to kill you, Jew." And another blaming the pandemic on Jews. It read, "Every single aspect of the COVID agenda is Jewish." Prosecutors also say he looked up kosher markets on Yelp before this week's shootings as a way to find Jews. We have learned that Tran graduated from Cal State Long Beach with a bachelor's degree back in 2016. And according to the charging documents, he was expelled from dental school back in 2018. As for the arrest back in July, well, we know that he was due in court on February 28th. He now, though, is facing much more serious federal hate crime charges, which could carry a maximum life sentence. He is being held on $2 million bail. Live in Pico-Robertson, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.